Charcoal was the fuel used to fire Hopewell and hundreds of other cold blast iron furnaces during the 18th and much of the 19th centuries. In the art of coaling, the collier turned wood into charcoal. The collier and his helpers lived for weeks at a time in a small hut 8 feet in diameter and 10 feet high. The complex process begins as the collier selects a space 30 to 40 feet across where he carefully prepares the charcoal hearth. After all vegetation is removed, the surface of the hearth is worked until it is hard and smooth and level. This assures uniform burning and good raking and shoveling of the finished charcoal. When the hearth is ready, wood is brought in and stacked. Approximately 330 acres of forest were cleared each year to produce charcoal for Hopewell furnace. Construction of a 3-cornered chimney begins at the center of the hearth. Billets, wood 4 to 7 inches in diameter, are carefully stacked against the chimney as construction of the pit continues. When this first tier or foot is complete, the collier fills the chimney with firewood. Now the second tier, or waist, is constructed. All the billets are used for this tier. The pieces must be skillfully set and fitted together to prevent the pit from reeling and falling over. Small chunks of wood are tightly packed inside to complete the section. The smaller pieces of wood, called lapwood, are used to fill in all air spaces. Lapping off is the last step in completing the pile. The chimney is covered and the pit is ready for leafing and dusting. The entire pit is covered by several inches of leaves gathered from the forest floor. Then an even layer of dirt is spread over the pit. At least a foot of dirt covers the head and shoulders. To light the pit, the chimney is filled with kindling and a shovelful or so of red-hot coals is dropped in. Once lit, the chimney is sealed. For the next 10 days to 2 weeks, the charcoal pit is watched and tended constantly. A good collier and his assistants worked as many as 9 pits simultaneously. Vents are open to ensure uniform charring. The pit is tested for mulls or soft spots because fire burning through the covering can destroy the whole pile. Jumping the pit is very dangerous but necessary in order to prevent air pockets from developing inside as the charring wood shrinks in size.
No.
Smoke puffing from the vents at lazy intervals signals the collier that all is well in the pit. The number of days required to complete the burn varied, depending on the size of the pile, kind of wood, and weather conditions. The average of 30 cords of wood took 10 days to 2 weeks to come to foot, that is, for all the wood to char. With the burning complete, yet another tedious and painstaking process is begun, the raking out. The collier chooses a side of the pit where the dust is driest and begins to dig. If fire appears, he must stop digging and reseal the pit until it cools. If no fire appears, the collier and his helper dig out small amounts from various places around the pit. Each cord of wood converts to 35 to 40 bushels of charcoal. Since charcoal carries fire for a long time, special care must be taken during this step to prevent destruction of all the charcoal. Once the raking out is complete, the charcoal is loaded onto wagons and transported to the cooling shed. Hopewell remained a charcoal furnace until its last blast in 1883. With the development of more productive furnaces, Hopewell and the cold blast iron industry yielded to modern methods, thus marking the demise of the art of charcoal making in the United States.